This lesson is on arrays, and in particular appending and deleting data from them. In previous lessons, we've used individual variables to be able to store data. So in this example, we have three variables, color 1, which contains red, color 2, which contains blue, and color 3, which contains green. In programming, we can use what's called an array to be able to store multiple values into one label. Now, it's kind of important to note that in Python, it's actually a list, not technically an array, but for now, we'll just acknowledge that they are two slightly different things, but you'll be expected to use Python lists when talking about arrays in the exam and in the practical element. So what an array would do is you'd give it a label. So in this case, I would just call it color. And we're going to be able to store these three colors into one label. So we're going to use the square brackets like that. And then we would just pop in what we want. So red, comma, blue, comma, green. Now within this array, we contain red, blue and green just into one label of color. And if I then go to print color like that and run it, we can see that it gives us back our red, blue and green. So we can then actually decide what part of the array we want to get data from. So within an array or in a list, we're looking at our red, blue and green, and they're given an index position. Now it starts at 0, so red would be index position 0, blue would be index position 1, and green would be index position 2. So if I wanted to just print red, I don't want everything like we had below, I would then do square brackets again and put the number of the index which I want. So if I do 0 and press run, we see it returns red. If I change that to 1, so we get index position 1, we get blue, and index position 2 would give us green. So at this point I can now actually append data into my array as well. So if I just wanted to add another color into that array, I would simply do color dot append. So append is our keyword. You can see it's changed color, and append just means adding something onto the end. So I'll just do my brackets and pick another color. Let's do orange, and then I can just print that again. So at the end of that, I'm just going to print color and run it, and we can see that orange has been added on to the end of our array there. Sometimes you're going to want the user to enter in the data to the array rather than you having entered it originally. So if we wanted a user to be able to enter in 5 colors into that array, we would simply start with a blank array. So we've got color equals empty square brackets. That sets up a blank array. And what we want them to do is to be able to enter in 5 colors. So we should be using a loop for that rather than asking them 5 individual lines to enter in a color and appending it. We can just shorten that and make it more efficient by using a for loop. So if I use my for loop for x in range 1 to 5, we can go up in ones. We can then ask them to enter in their color. So let's just call this answer equals string input. What color would you like to add? So they're going to type in their color, it's going to be stored into answer, and at this point then I can just append that. So color.append answer. So that will loop 5 times. Apologies, that should be 6, otherwise it wouldn't quite go around the 5 times. And then it's going to ask them what color they like, it will append it to the end of color, and then it will keep looping until it runs out and meets its condition. So let's just check that that works. We're going to print color at the end, and if I run that, we get what color would you like to add. So let's just start with red. It asks me again, blue, green, purple, orange. And there we go, red, blue, green, purple and orange. So in this instance, we've started with a blank array color, we've used a for loop which loops 5 times, and remember I had to add in an extra 1 because it cuts itself off. And then we've used a variable to ask the user to store their color and then appending that to the end of our array, and then we've just printed it afterwards. And if I just wanted to print an individual color from that array, remember at that point we would just do print color and then choose the index number which we want. So we know that blue is index of 1 because red would be 0. So if I run that, it's going to ask me to do this again. So red, blue, green, orange, purple. There we go, blue come out as index 1. So at this point I'm just going to go back to having an array which was pre-made. So red, green, blue, just to show you a couple of other little tips. So it might be that you actually just want to loop through your array, and this gets a little bit confusing, but it's quite useful to understand how you can actually just loop through an array rather than just printing them all out in one go. So in this case, again, it's a for loop. We come up with our counter variable, so this could be anything, x, z, a word. I'm just going to call it item. So for item in color, so that would loop around and keep a counter 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on for however many items there are in color, which there are 3. So if I then print item, what would happen there is that the first time round item would be 0, so item would then become red. Item would be 1 the second time round, so it would print green, and then item would be 3 the third time round, so it would print blue. If I run that, we can see we get red, green, blue. So that's slightly more advanced, but it's there for people to try out, and you're probably going to want to use that in the practical exam for the higher end of the marks. But there's just a nice reference point for you there. And the last 2 things I want to show you are just how to slice a list so you can print out certain elements, and also how to delete a few things. I'm just going to add in a couple more colours into here, orange, purple. Now if I just wanted to print some of this, if I wanted to do, let's do that. So I've got colour, nothing, colon, 3. That prints red, green and blue. So what that does is it prints the indexes of 0, 1 and 2 and stops at 3. If I made that 1, colon, 3, you see we get green and blue. So it's going to start at index 1, it's going to give me index 2, and then it stops before it does index 3. And again, we can just extend that. So this is useful for you to just be able to print out a section of an array rather than printing out the whole thing or just an individual element. If you're asked to print out a section of an array, you're going to want to slice it, which just uses this colon and then choosing where you start and where you end. And lastly, there's delete. So we're going to use the keyword del, short for delete, and then we choose from color which index we want to delete. So if I wanted to delete blue from this array, I would make sure I choose the correct index, so 0, 1, 2. The index brackets there. So it'd just be like that. So delete color of index 2. And if I now go to print color and run that, we can see that it's removed blue and I printed red, green, orange and purple. So that delete permanently deletes it from that array in the running order. So that's how you do delete. So we've looked at quite a lot during this lesson. We've looked at how to set up an initial array and fill it with data. We looked at how to print out that array in order. We've looked at how to use a for loop to be able to add and append data into your array. And remember, append just adds it onto the end of a list. We've looked at how to print from individual elements of an array. We've looked at how to delete individual elements. So there's quite a lot there to be able to go through. So use the code examples to just recap on some of that and try and separate out your notes so it makes sense to you. And then that will help you to be able to answer the task. And that's it for this lesson.